Okay, so it's the holiday season,
It is.
and we all know that means a lot of parties,
Yeah.
a lot of family gatherings, and a lot of food.
Definitely.
Like a lot of food.
Yeah.
So how do we enjoy all that
Right.
without, completely derailing our health goals?
Question, right?
Yeah.
The eternal struggle.
Yeah, so I was thinking about this,
Okay.
and I actually came across this really interesting podcast.
Question, right? The
Yeah.
eternal struggle.
Yeah, so I was thinking about this,
Okay.
and I actually came across this really interesting podcast.
Question, right? The
Yeah.
eternal struggle.
Yeah, so I was thinking about this,
Okay.
and I actually came across this really
Oh, yeah.
interesting from The Healthy Life, I think it was called.
Okay.
And they were talking to a nutritionist
Nice.
about this exact topic,
Oh, cool.
how to navigate, holiday eating without feeling deprived.
Yeah. What did they say?
Well, one of the things that really stood out to me was this idea of like a mindset shift.
Oh, interesting.
Like instead of focusing on all the things you can't or shouldn't eat,
Right.
it's more about making conscious choices
Yeah.
that support your well-being.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think that's something we can all get behind.
It's the worst part.
Oh, for sure.
Especially when it comes to food.
Right.
Like, you should be able to enjoy yourself
Absolutely.
during the holidays.
Totally. And I
That's the worst part.
love that they started with this really simple but powerful tip.
Oh, what's that?
Use smaller plates.
Okay.
Like it sounds so basic,
Yeah.
but they talked about how it actually plays on something called visual bias.
Huh. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So basically by using a smaller plate,
Mm-hmm.
you're tricking your brain
Okay.
into thinking you're getting a full plate.
So it's all psychological.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's not just about eating less.
Right.
It's about feeling satisfied with a smaller portion.
Yeah, because you see a full plate.
Exactly.
Even if it's a small plate.
Yeah, it's like a mind game,
It is a mind game.
but a good one.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Totally.
Okay, so speaking of mind games,
Okay.
what about holiday parties?
Oh, yeah.
It feels like you're constantly surrounded by food.
Oh, yeah.
Mountains of appetizers.
Everywhere you turn.
And desserts galore.
It's tempting.
So tempting.
It is.
And I don't know about you, but if I go to a party hungry,
Oh, forget about
it's game over.
Game over.
Like I will eat everything in sight.
Same.
So what do we do about that?
Yeah, good question.
Well, the nutritionist had some really good advice for this too.
Okay, I'm listening.
So they said, don't arrive at a party famished.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like have a small balanced snack beforehand.
Okay.
Something with protein and fiber.
So you're not starving
Exactly.
to get that.
To take the edge off your hunger.
I like that.
So when you see all those appetizers,
Yeah.
you're less likely to make like impulsive decisions.
You can think clearly
Exactly.
and not just grab everything.
Yeah, it's like pre-gaming for the buffet table,
It is.
but in a healthy way.
I love it.
And then once you're at the party,
Okay.
they suggest focusing on protein and fiber.
Oh,
Those keep you feeling fuller for longer.
because they're more filling.
Exactly. And they take longer to digest.
Okay.
And they trigger hormones that signal satiety.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like science.
That is science.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Yeah, it's like, sometimes I can devour a whole bag of chips
Yeah.
and still be hungry.
Totally.
And it's because it's all carbs and fat.
Right.
So it digests really quickly
Okay.
and my blood sugar spikes, then crashes.
And then you want more.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
But if I have a handful of almonds,
Yeah.
it's a totally different story.
More satisfying.
So much more satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about that protein and fiber.
It is.
Keeping those cravings at bay.
Keeping you full.
Exactly.
Happy.
Okay, so we've talked about appetizers.
Yeah.
We've talked about party strategy.
Uh-huh.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, here we go.
Dessert.
The best part.
I know, right?
The sweetest part.
But also the most dangerous.
Yeah, true.
So how do we enjoy those holiday treats
Yeah, that's the
without
most...
completely derailing our progress?
Right.
Well, the nutritionists suggest thinking of it like a balancing act.
Okay, I like that.
Like if you're having a rich dessert,
Yeah.
maybe go for a lighter main course.
So balance it out.
Exactly. And you know what else they mentioned?
What's that?
The concept of a calorie budget.
A calorie budget.
Yeah, like you have a certain number of calories you can consume each day
Right.
to maintain your weight.
Okay.
It's like managing your finances.
I like that analogy.
You make choices about how to spend those calories.
So if I'm having pie, I got to cut back somewhere else.
Exactly.
I got it.
And you know another thing the expert mentioned?
What's that?
Hydration.
Oh, yeah, water.
Water, water, water.
So important.
It's crucial because thirst is often mistaken for hunger.
That's true.
So if you're feeling snacky,
Oh, yeah.
try drinking a glass of water first.
Maybe you're just thirsty.
Exactly. And it can really help prevent overeating.
That's a good tip.
So keep that water bottle handy throughout the day,
Stay hydrated.
especially during holiday gatherings.
That's good advice.
Okay, so we've got a plan for meals.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a plan for parties.
Check.
But what about staying active during the holidays?
Oh, yeah. That's a tough one.
It's so easy to let your exercise routine slide,
When you're traveling and busy.
right? Like when you're visiting family
And eating.
and eating all the delicious food.
So much food.
But the good news is
Okay.
the expert busted the myth
Oh, tell me.
that you need intense workouts
Okay.
to stay on track.
I was hoping they'd say that.
Me too?
Because who has time for that
Right.
during the holidays?
They suggest incorporating movement into your day
Okay.
in fun and enjoyable ways.
So like what?
Like take a walk after meals,
Oh, nice.
play active games with family,
Huh.
or even just do some quick bursts of exercise.
Throughout the day.
Yeah, like little snippets here and there.
That's doable.
Exactly, and it all adds up.
Yeah, I like that.
And you know what else is great about the holidays?
What?
They can actually make it easier to be active
Really? How so?
because you're often surrounded by people you love
True.
and you have some time off from work.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can turn those post-meal walks
Yeah.
into a family
It's
tradition.
like a nice walk after dinner.
Exactly. Or you can have a dance party after dinner.
Ooh, fun.
Make it fun.
Yes.
And finally, the expert emphasized something really important.
What's that?
The importance of a guilt-free mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Like one indulgent meal
Yeah.
won't undo all your hard work.
That's so important to remember.
It is, especially during the holidays.
When there's so much pressure
Yeah.
to be perfect.
Like you're allowed to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
It's the holidays.
It is.
It's about enjoying special moments with loved ones.
Yes.
Not about stressing over every single bite.
Absolutely.
So what resonated most with you from all of this?
That's a good question.
Like what one thing are you going to try this holiday season?
I think for me, it's the calorie budget idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Like being mindful of how you're spending your calories.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one.
And what about you?
You know, I think I'm going to try that smaller plate trick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm curious to see if it actually works.
Me too. Let me know.
I will. And hey, here's something else to think about.
Okay.
The expert talked about balancing treats
Uh-huh.
with healthier choices.
Right.
So what's your go-to healthy swap
Ooh, that's a good one.
for a favorite holiday dish?
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, maybe we can deep dive into some healthy holiday recipe makeovers next time.
Oh, I like that idea.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for the tips.
Of course, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too.
See you next time.
Bye.